Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a little 2-inch cube, 5cm cube, and it's using my stamp set, Sentimental Swirls. Haven't used it for a while. It feels like I haven't used it for a while, although it is well loved. Look at the state of that. I do have clean copies of it, is what I call them, clean as in not used, in English of course, but also the French and German as well. And then I have a spare clean copy of this. So, but I wanted to show you how to make this. I just thought it was very me, and of course my stamp set is very me, but I'm using new colours. So I've got Orchid Oasis here, which is just a beautiful, beautiful colour, and I'm just going to grab my grid paper to stamp onto because I want to go off all over the place, and I'm going to go over it with Starry Sky. Haven't tested it yet. This one was gorgeous grape over fresh freesia. Don't know if it's going to work. I hope so. Starry Sky is beautiful colour, so I'm hopeful. Right, it's photopolymer, so you just have to let it relax down. And my Starry Sky, which I hope is going to work. The cards, oh, it does! Yay! It's the little things. The cardstock is 8.5 by 6 inches, which is 21 by 15 centimetres. I'm just going to randomly stamp all over the place. And I'm just rotating and turning to sort of fill gaps. To be fair, I'm going to be folding the cardstock and bending it, so you know, probably not going to see if it's, you know, too matchy or anything like that, but I think that's good. Okay, and I'm not going to stamp my butterflies just yet. I'm going to do those afterwards because they are going to be dependent on where the cardstock is, where the folds are, sorry. Okay, so we're going to get this scored on the long side at 2, 4, 6 and 8 inches. Ooh, and I'm going to apparently jump it, which is 5, 10, 15 and 20 centimetres. And then on the short side at 2 and 4, which is 5 and 10. Such a simple, easy box to make. Very popular because a little 2-inch cube is remarkably spacious. And for those who know, TARDIS blue, bigger on the inside. If you know, you know. Okay. Big Doctor Who fan here. Okay, so we've got all of our squares, then we've got this little thin section here. So the only one I want to keep is that middle bit. So I'm going to get rid, bigger pair of scissors. I've just got, no, there we go, no clean scissors. So I'm getting rid of the rectangle and then cutting straight. So all of them are the same. Now this box, what I'm going to do at this stage is put some adhesive along here. You could make this in advance and leave it to the 11th hour. You can make a whole batch of them in advance and leave to the 11th hour before you stick together, because actually the only other place you're going to stick is at the bottom, okay? Because we're going to close it and hold it with the ribbon at the top. So you could really leave it to the 11th hour. I'm not. I'm deciding where I want my, so that's the back. Where do I want to put my butterflies? So I want one there. I think I'm going to have one there and one there. So open it all back out again. and get a teeny tiny diddy little block, which is not teeny tiny diddy little at all. Let's get the correct one. My little butterfly. Oh, and apparently a flower, a leaf even. I'm going to put one there and one here, and then I'm going to get my outline leaf, and it matches this punch, and it's the smaller one. So just make sure you're positioning and stamping in the same direction that it's going to cut. And I want 3 of these. Now, helpfully, prior to the time of filming, still had Strawberry Build Punch, which this little flower matches. Don't have that anymore. So it retired. So I'm just going to go with my 3. And talking of retiring, my stamp set is not in the annual catalogue. So that means that it is 99.999% likely to be retiring at the end of this catalogue. This is a mini catalogue, so at the end of June. There is the teeniest, tiniest, minutest outside chance that it might carry over as a popular, or not a popular, but as in a, you know, returning favourites, not in a catalogue, but it's highly unlikely. And of course, I'm very, very sad that it hasn't moved into another catalogue. Now, lots of people said, "Oh, didn't it sell very well, Sam?" Well, A, rude. B, I've no idea. I genuinely have no idea. But actually, Stampin' Up works about 1.5 to 2 years ahead of time. So really, at the point in time I went into Stampin' Up and said, you know, this is what I want to make and design, and they started drawing it, they already had allocated spaces for it. So they knew whether it was going to carry into the next catalogue or not before, well, probably middle of last year, long time ago, long before it released. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, you know, what a privilege that I had the opportunity to design a stamp set because I had sold over $1 million in personally my own sales. What a privilege that at the time I achieved, I was number 37 in the company. Apparently I need to put a bit of blue there. I was the 37th person in the company. The first Brit, I think the 3rd European. That's better. Put that in there. So yeah, I'm sad, but not sad, because I got that chance. I had that opportunity, and it was you guys coming shopping with me that did that for me. So yeah, it's a bittersweet thing. I still have my online class. I will never get rid of that. That will be online, like all my other online classes. Actually, I've done loads of them, loads of online classes. They're all still available, even if the stamp set isn't. So get it while you can. Okay. Right, this is the Orchid Oasis. What are they calling this stuff? Metallic woven ribbon. It's very pretty. So I like this colour very much, Orchid Oasis. It's got a little purple hue to it that I think you can see, best of all, actually, in the ribbon. I think you can see that purpley finish more so in the ribbon than perhaps in the ink, which, well, I don't know, maybe you can see it in the ink, but it's got a little purpley hue, which is really lovely, and I yeah, love it. So, okay, I'm going to elevate my flowers. And then pop some mini glue dots on the back of those. And you can see I deliberately left a little gap sensible Sam. Oh, apparently I left the glue dot on the back of my paper bear. So. Well, I'm just clustering these. Oh, it's not letting go. So that, I think, is lovely. So pretty. I love the stamp set. Of course I do. I designed it. Okay, I came up with the idea, somebody else drew the bits. But yeah, I just like to be able to share and show different ways of using things. So anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.